Hello photography enthusiasts, welcome to Photon Photography. I'm Jesse Laval and today's journey takes us into the fascinating realm of portrait photography. If you're accustomed to the thrill of capturing wildlife or intricate details of macro subjects, the transition into portraiture might seem like navigating uncharted territory. Fear not, as today I'm excited to share valuable insights drawing parallels between the wild and the world of close-up photography. Segment 1, the connection between wildlife and portraits. As photographers, we're not just capturers of images, we're storytellers. In the expansive realm of wildlife photography, our lenses serve as windows into the unfiltered narratives of the natural world. From the untamed beauty of wildlife to the delicate dance of predator and prey, each frame tells a story of survival, migration, or life in the wild. This storytelling mindset seamlessly transitions into our portraiture. Consider your subject as the protagonist in their own narrative. Much like observing and interpreting animal behavior in the wild, portraiture focuses on capturing the unique expressions, emotions, and stories individuals convey through their gaze and body language. This connection between wildlife and portraiture extends beyond technicalities. It's about appreciating life's diversity and recognizing the universal language of emotions that transcends species boundaries. Whether capturing the majesty of a wild creature or the vulnerability of a human subject, the essence remains the same. The art of storytelling through imagery. As we embark on our portrait journey, let's carry the lessons learned from the wild, seeking and capturing the untold stories, unspoken emotions, and shared experiences that connect us all. Photography, whether in the wild or in portrait studio, is a powerful tool for storytelling, and every image is a chapter in the larger narrative of life. Segment 2, the macro perspective in portraiture. Let's explore the concept of the macro perspective in portraiture. Just as we scrutinize the tiniest details in the small world, applying the same meticulous attention to detail can elevate your portrait work. Zoom in on the subtle nuances that define a person, the play of light and the shadow on their face, the textures in their clothing, and the small, often overlooked gestures that make each individual unique. Much like macro photography, a keen eye for detail can transform a portrait into a visual masterpiece. Pay attention to not only your subject, but the surrounding backgrounds. Consider using a wide aperture to separate your subject. A professional portrait photographer and friend of mine once told me she never shoots wide open for her work, so don't be afraid to play with the settings and find what works for you and your particular style. Segment 3, lighting techniques and flash in portraiture. Lighting is a painter's brush, and in the canvas of photography and in portraiture, we have the opportunity to become master painters. While wildlife photography often relies on the unpredictability of natural light, portraiture allows us to take control. Consider the use of flashes or external lights to shape and mold the lighting in your portraits. Experiment with different angles and modifiers to create a spectrum of effects from dramatic highlights to soft, flattering illumination. It's akin to the precision required in macro work, where manipulating the light is paramount for capturing those delicate details. I've been using the Godox 8200 Pro with a Godox Octagon diffuser and have been really happy with the results. I trigger it with a Godox Wireless Pro trigger. Using an off-camera flash system can provide dramatic changes to your images. I recommend this Godox 8200 Pro flash system as it works great paired with either my R6 Mark II or R7 camera bodies. Segment 4, connecting with your subject. Building a connection with your subject is the bridge between the wild and the world of portraits. Much like gaining the trust of a wild animal or patiently waiting for the perfect moment in macro photography, connecting with your human subject is equally vital. Engage in genuine conversation, make your subjects feel at ease, and take the time to understand their personality. A relaxed and trusting subject often translates into a more authentic and captivating portrait. It's about capturing not just an image, but the true essence of the person in front of your lens. This can often be the most challenging part of shooting portraits, and why a lot of photographers shy away from it. In my experience, if you want to make a return on your investment into all of your photography gear, this is where it's going to happen. Not in wildlife, or macro unfortunately, so get used to working with other people. It's just like anything else, the more you do it, the better you'll become. Segment 5, gear for portraits. Now let's delve into the gear that can elevate your portrait photography to new heights. As a proud Canon user, I found the Canon R6 Mark II to be a reliable companion in my portrait endeavors. Its advanced features, impressive autofocus capabilities, and high-resolution sensor provide a solid foundation for capturing stunning images. When it comes to lenses, my kit includes a range of RF lenses that have become indispensable for creating diverse and captivating portraits. The RF 35mm f1.8 is my go-to for environmental portraits, allowing me to include context while maintaining beautiful bokeh. For classic portraits with a standard focal length, the RF 50mm f1.8 delivers exceptional sharpness and creamy backgrounds. When I want to emphasize the subject and create a more pronounced bokeh effect, the RF 85mm f2 comes into play. Its medium telephoto length is ideal for isolating the subject from the background, adding a touch of intimacy to the portraits. For those instances when I want to capture intricate details and achieve professional level macro shots in a portrait session, the RF 100mm f2.8L is my lens of choice. Its macro capabilities provide a unique perspective, allowing me to explore the fine textures and subtleties that define a person. Remember, the gear you choose becomes an extension of your creative vision. Whether you're using the Canon R6 Mark II or other equipment, the key is to understand your tools and leverage their capabilities to bring your creative ideas to life. Experimenting with different focal lengths and apertures to discover the nuances each lens can offer, adding a layer of depth to your portraits that goes beyond the frame. Segment 6, bringing it all together. Portraiture, much like wildlife and macro photography, is storytelling. In the wild, we capture the untamed narratives of nature. In portraiture, we become storytellers of the human experience. Seek out the stories and expressions, gestures, and environments, the joys, challenges, and essence of the individual. Building a connection with your subjects is an art form. Engage in meaningful conversations, discover shared interests, and allow authenticity to shine. Genuine connections translate into portraits that reflect the true spirit of the person. Experiment with different setups to evoke mood. Consider the composition as framing and apply the attention to detail from macro photography to uncover subtleties. Portrait photography is the convergence of technical proficiency and emotional depth. It's about finding balance between calculated technique and spontaneous moments. Every photograph is a chapter in your subject's story. So as you embark on your portrait journey, capture untold stories, forge genuine connections, and use your gear to express the multifaceted beauty of the human experience. Thank you for embarking on this adventure into the art of portraiture with me. I hope these insights have sparked inspiration and provided valuable perspectives. Whether you're a seasoned portrait photographer or someone stepping into the genre for the first time, if you've enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more photography tips and adventures. Until our next exploration, happy shooting.